Every year, the home of the American auto industry also hosts the industry's most important car show. Daring designs and new technology will be on display at the North American International Auto Show, which kicks off today. Joining us with a preview of what we'll see is Mark Takahashi, senior automotive writer for Edmunds. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Before we start talking about the future, let us talk a little bit about the past.
Yes.
How was 2017 for the industry?
2017 was a strong year, but we were 1.8% down from the record set in 2016. That said, we're still selling well over 17 million cars. That's very healthy. We are predicting a little bit of a dip for 2018, but considering what I'm seeing coming out of Detroit right now, it might break even.
You're headed to the Detroit Auto Show right after this broadcast.
I am.
How important is this event for the auto industry?
It is really important. This is the biggest show for us, not just in the U.S., but it's a big show internationally as well. Think of it as maybe the Oscars for the automotive industry. It's where the North American Car of the Year, as well as Utility and Truck, are announced, so it's a big awards deal. But it's also the show where a lot of the manufacturers are rolling out cars that we're expecting to see, not just these pie-in-the-sky concepts.
Okay, so speaking of that, what are the big trends that we're looking for 2018?
Trucks. Trucks. So the F-150 is still the sales leader by a considerable margin. That said, Chevy is going to roll out their competitor, the Silverado, at the Detroit show. Actually, it's already been shown. And the Ram 1500, which is the other truck in the category, is also going to be shown. The Ford Ranger is kind of a revival. We haven't seen a Ranger in the U.S. in a long time, but it's been sold overseas for quite some time. And in addition to the Ranger, on the very high end of that, Mercedes, after 40 years, Mercedes is rolling out a new G-Class, the big G-Wagon. You can see it on screen right there. You can see part of it on screen.
Yeah, you can see it revving through sand.
Kicking up a lot of sand.
It's a teaser shot, but on the outside, it looks very similar to the big, boxy G-Wagon we see today, but it should drive much better than its predecessor.
All right, let's talk new technology, because GM announced yesterday that they're rolling out a car in 2019 without a steering wheel, gas, and brake pedals.
Yes, the Cruise AV, the AV for autonomous vehicle. Now, 2019 is very ambitious, maybe a little over-ambitious, because the legislation hasn't caught up to technology yet. They're not allowed for public consumption just yet. They're still being tested in select states and certain regions. But as much as I love driving, I'm looking forward to autonomous vehicles.
I'm scared of autonomous vehicles, Mark. As my mom, I'm putting my mom hat on. What happens if something goes wrong? Is there an emergency override in some of these vehicles?
There's most definitely going to be some sort of panic button or override where if things aren't working the way they should, hit the button, it should pull right over and stop. Okay. You're not just along for the ride.
I need some control.
At least for the beginning stages of autonomy.
All right. Well, there's a lot to love and see at this auto show, and you're getting on a plane to go to Detroit right after this. Mark Takahashi, thank you for dropping the knowledge before you leave.
You're very welcome.
Have fun at the Oscars of the car show.
Thank you very much.